So you'll learn that when you start a container, it executes the default command that we specified in our Docker file. Now, what if you want to execute a command in a running container later on? Let's say we want to troubleshoot something and we want to look at the file system of that container. Let me show you how to do that. So we have Docker exec or execute, and with this, we can execute a command in a running container. Now, some people say, what is the difference between Docker exec and Docker run? With Docker run, we start a new container and run a command, whereas with Docker exec, we execute a command in a running container, okay? Now, for this, I'm going to use my C1 container. This is the benefit of using friendly names. Now, what do we want to execute here? We can type any commands, any operating system commands. So this can be Linux commands or Windows commands. Let's run ls here. Now we can see the content of our app directory. But why the app directory? Can you explain why? Here's the answer. Because earlier in our Docker file, we set the working directory to the app directory. So when we run ls, we see the content of this directory, okay? Now, using the same command, we can open up a shell session. So we can say Docker exec. We want to do this in the interactive mode so we can interact with it. Our container is C1 and the shell we want to run is sh. Good. So now we have a shell session inside this container. We can run ls. We can run print working directory. We can do anything we want. Now, when we're done, we type exit, and this doesn't impact the state of our container. Our container is still running. Let's verify it. Docker ps. So our C1 container is the first item you see here. So using the exec command, we can execute any commands in a running container.